it's so difficult.
Watch those elbows.
Oh,
Make
yeah.
sure that, they have a little movement. They're not stiff. And then when we go into the turn, hips out. His hips out, your hips out. Support with a little pressure with the inside leg to push him over. And then a nice little flexion in. But his hips have to be out first. Your hips have to be out first. And you need to push him out in the turn first. Otherwise,
Wait, you had to put my what?
hips out, inside leg on, and then flex. If you try to pull on the inside rein before he's off the turn,
Okay.
he's just going to turn and lean in, right?
Right.
We're not going to be nice and deep in the turn. He'll just kind of lean in and cut the turn. So the rein is kind of the last piece. First you step out, press him over, and then, just like that. Then the flexion. The goal of riding is to try to go to your hand last. Try to go to your hand last whenever you're trying to do anything, even if it's slow down. Your body and your weight and your heels and your stability has to all come from in the saddle first and from your legs and your shoulders, then the rein. And then we pull for flexion, but then we kind of have to loosen. Loosen our elbows again. Close the fingers though. Could shorten your reins just a little bit. They might be a little long. There you go. Yep. We have that little, like our arms a bungee. Little elasticity in our arms. They can pull, but they gotta give. You have to do both. You don't want to lock. There you go. Good. Yep. Hips out. This is his hard way. He loves to lean and the turns this way. So, see? He cut it about 3 steps.
Yeah.
All right, hips out. Heavy push over. There you go. Good. Good. That was a better turn. You had to exaggerate it though, right?
Yeah.
So, whenever you're going to the right, his weak way, exaggerate what you're doing. It should feel like you're almost too far, almost too far to the outside, and almost too much inside leg. But he needs extra support this way. There you go. Step out. Good. And after you do all that work on the turn, when you're on the long side, recheck your upper body, your heels, and your elbows and your rein length. Make sure the elbows aren't kind of stuck to your side.
I was good about getting you for that.
Yeah, he can see it. There you go. Good.
Okay, now I'm going to do some figure eight. I want to do the same thing, but changing all the time.
Yeah, figure eights are good.
See what I can do.
Watch when you're flexing him that your rein doesn't get too close to crossing over the neck on the inside. Straight. Try to keep a straight line from your wrist to your elbow. Much as you can. Good. Now we change. Now we're shifting right, pressing left leg, and then a little flexion left. You can just use your fingers if you want. Reins are verging on being slightly long. Why don't you try to kind of pull his nose in a little on the long side so
Yeah.
get him in a frame a little bit more. Then when I say short reins, it'll make more sense. Because when you shorten them and his nose is up to here, it feels like you're pulling
a change just to get it.
Yeah, let's do this the other way. I think he could give with his head even more. So let's change this left direction's easier, this other way here.
Yeah.
Good, so go ahead and scratch his wither a little bit. Sometimes that helps him relax and get his head down a little better. Little scratches on the outside. There. Sit, core up tall. That was helping. Every so often, give him a little scratch at his wither. Core up, shoulders square. Little left, right, and then I give an extra outside. Extra pump, little extra tug on the outside rein when they're not fully compliant. There you go. There you go. Okay, hips out, inside leg. Okay, little left, right, back and forth, and then a little extra pop on the outside. See if you can get him to be a little more compliant. And then 10. See if he'll relax. Eventually he'll give. There you go. Hips out. Good boy. Good boy. Leg. Little leg. Small core. Little leg. Head down. Head down. He's getting there. Good. Now try to widen your hands a little bit, extra wide, and use your calf on his side, and keep asking for head down. Don't fall forward with your body. Thumbs up. Sure. Watch your rein. Rein length. Okay. Go. Step out. Not too much inside rein this way, because he cuts. Just use your leg and body. Leg and body. Stretch him on his withers a little bit. Get him to soften over his neck and top line. Try to get him to relax his neck and back. Good.
That was good.
That was good. Getting better though. He's such an energizer bunny. You gotta wear him down a little before he gives and relaxes and listens a little better in the bridle. He's got to go and go and go. Keep asking. Give him a little reward. Give him a little scratch. Give him a little rein sometimes, and then back to work. There you go. Take your time, and then execute.
What was that?
Take your time, kind of going into things, and then execute. The hand, seat, leg. You can take a walk break if you want to do the core bolts, maybe.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah, maybe we should kind of stretch him out and get him bending around a little.
Good boy, yes, he's been very energizing for me. My energizing for me. Well, the thing is I did, even though I didn't ride yesterday, I did lunch and work with them because we ended up, because of the tongue thing
Right.
not working,
Right.
I I do 5 minutes on track left, and then I walk about 2, and then I go track right, another 5 minutes, and walk, and then I do a canter.
Yeah.
And I start with track left, and we don't do it very long, but he no longer is, the good thing is, I told him he was kicking up,
Right.
barking, not barking, but definitely kicking back on his canter. He's not doing that now.
Well, that's good.
He's going into it. He's going into it well. So
Well, that's
I
good.
only do it about 3 circles or 4 circles. He doesn't want to do it that long. I don't push it.
Right.
And you know, I'm also doing carrot stretches with an apple.
Do you do the tail stretches at all?
No.
You might. Oh, cause he kicked.
And he didn't, no, it just he didn't like it. I could tell, I haven't done it in a long time, so maybe.
Cause he holds his tail up a little bit high.
Yeah,
He's braced back there.
yeah. The trouble is, it's obvious he didn't like it.
And probably it was so tight.
Yeah, and I told Dorothy about that, and, she was asking me, and I said, you know, try it, oh,
Right. Chai was softer up there.
He is tight so many other places, but right there.
Right there he was. Cause he seems to hold tension right there pretty tightly.
Yeah,
Tails
well,
up and you can
unfortunately.
see. So it's I could see that maybe he would resist stretching because it might be so tight that it
It bothers him.
bothers him. Yeah.
And I haven't, okay, I'm gonna do a, forward, down, and out.
Okay.
Because that's the other good one.
Yeah. We'll do that. We'll do the snowman.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll do some serpentines today.
Okay, see, look at this.
Yeah, that's much better.
You know.
Much better. Good boy. Give him
He's
stretch.
still-
Give him
he's still
stretch.
chewing.
Good boy. That's what we want.
I mean, and he's slobbering, so this.
He is. He is.
This, having watched that, Daniel Dauphin, and he's got a whole bunch of videos like this.
Yeah.
And he talks about a happy mouth. And I thought, you know, the one thing Willet does not have is a happy mouth.
Right.
But this is good.
This is good. It's better and better. Good. Good.
You know, I'm excited about trying a different bit.
Yeah, it is exciting. See if something works better. I think the flash is a good idea.
And then flash too.
To see how he acts. But
Although the Dauphin, good friend named Dauphin, he mostly, he did talk about English somewhat, and he just thinks the flash shouldn't be necessary. They don't have happy mouths, dressage horses.
yeah.
And then, but he went through the bits, and he was pretty good about saying, this takes an experienced person.
Yeah.
The big thing was, the biggest problem with bits are people's hands.
Right.
You know, that was his big message. And,
Right. That's why I started all my beginners in the back more. They're not the easiest to ride in, but I also
you don't want to wreck the horse.
protect the horse's mouth. So.
Okay, we're gonna do one more.
Yeah, sounds good.
This one we'll go over this.
Oh, good. A little more stretch there.
But I tell you, he's way better with his tongue thing sticking forward than back.
Yeah.
Back is just, nah, this is not gonna work.
he just can't get it over the bit.
I mean, he wouldn't hold his head down at all.
It was probably too much pressure on the tongue the other
And
way.
his head was always forward.
Well, he didn't like it.
He didn't like it. He says, yeah, I
Gotta
see.
wipe all the spit off.
He said, yeah, he says, I'm not as ignoring you.
All right, so
Okay.
do you want to try the snowman exercise?
Sure. Hey, I didn't tell you to go.
He heard, didn't he do that when I said try?
Oh, you know what? That's
He
not-
heard me.
I'm that.
I'm sorry, buddy. I'm
He's
not
good.
the one up there. Where's
He's good.
He's listening to me.
He says, but you're the queen of the
Oh,
distance.
buddy. All right, so
Okay.
let's trot around these rails down here,
Yeah, I would do it a couple times.
and then around the cones, right?
Yeah.
Work your way all the way up and down the arena. Shorten your reins a bit. Go a little long. Yeah, good, good. Thumbs up. Fingers closed, but our arms are like bungees. They're gonna have a little bounce or give to them. We're not just gonna hold or stick our elbows tight to our side. We're gonna, have some fluid movement in our arms. Hips out when we're turning. Push them over in the turn. A little flexion after all that work is done.
Yeah, the elbows are my issue.
Just stay conscious of it, keep working at it, and it gets better. Stretch the heels down. No, you were ready.
God, it doesn't,
Eyes up, eyes up. You can go around the cone.
I'm gonna go around.
Make the circle bigger for his sake. Step out. There you go. Watch the elbows. Watch the hands. You can put your hands down a little bit there. Out. Good. Go wide around the cone so he has more room. You have more time to align your body, shift your weight, bend him in, push him over. There. Watch that your hands don't get too high. You're okay, you're good. Get your core back up and tall, shoulders square, but when we do that, don't let your hands get high and stiff. There you go. Your body's tall and your shoulders are square, but your hands aren't, they're a little lower and up in front of you. They don't raise up and levitate and pull or get stiff. There you go. Much better. Body tall, shoulders square, but the hands don't follow. The hands stay out in front of you a little bit and have a little kind of bounce to them. There you go. There you go. Thumbs up. Straight line. From your ring finger wrist to your elbow. Good. Straight line, shoulder, hip, heel. There. Do you feel that?
Yeah.
Very good. Keep working. Our body's taller, shoulders square, but our hands don't follow that. They don't levitate, get stiff. They're out in front of us. Little bungee to the elbow. Ring finger close. Straight line ring finger to elbow. Straight line shoulder, hip, heel.
Okay, I'm gonna stop by you and change direction.
Okay.
But I actually,
Just sit on your pockets. Where your pockets, yep, would be.
okay,
Say, good boy.
good boy. I gotta fix my left heel. Well, I didn't say move.
You can't stand still.
He says, yeah, that's very difficult.
You have the patience of a flea.
I said, well, they're over there.
Thoroughbred. ground. Heels down. Watch the hands. Don't let them levitate up high too much. But your core is up, your shoulders are square. Good, 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 good. Little inside range. Oh, he had to sneeze. Good. Good, good, good. Go, go. Ring fingers shut. Support with your calf. Shift out, shift out. Not too much inside range because he wants to cut. Just focus on the weight. Out, 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 pushing over. Really easy on the inside range play. Get his body right first. There you go. Good. Shift right. Watch your hands, elbows, core up. There you go. There you go. Good. Posting on your pockets like where you have pockets of your jeans. We're not getting pulled forward too much. Our hands come forward a bit.
Yep.
We don't want to lean forward. There. Good. 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 A little more opening outside range this way. Open it wide. Left brain out. 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 Way farther. There you go. Think that'll help you a little more to the right. Think your outside range to the right needs to be wider. There you go. Wider. There. There you go. There you go. There you go. There you go. Post on your pockets and use your calf. Keep maintaining straight line. Fingers, elbow, shoulder, shoulder, hip, heel. Wide left ring. Really forget the right ring. Wide left. Wide left. Wide left. Wider left. There you go. Wider left. Forget the right. Thumbs up. All right. We're going to sit and do some more down and out. So let him walk. Just sit, leg away. Hands down. Whoop. Whoop. We turned in.
Oh.
Give
Oh, I always start over here. For some reason, I just thought I had started.
No. Just give him scratches. Good boy.
Okay.
He always gets better as the lesson goes.
Yeah.
He gets a little more quiet and he
Yeah.
starts getting a little more round. And I know he's chewing and kind of, but it is better than when his
Oh my
tongue's
God.
over the bit or his
Yeah.
tongue's out to the side.
Or the last 2 times when I had it facing backwards.
Right.
Terrible.
Well, it's a step in the right direction.
Yeah.
It's-
And it's what you said before, how you like to change it up a bit anyhow.
Yeah, it's time to do that. We're going on year 2 with him. So the first year is just surviving and acclimating and learning each other. And now we can fine tune and try to deal with some of the habits or issues one by one.
Right. Well, we have till May 24th is when I got it.
Right.
So,
May 24th will be a year.
yep.
So we're going on year 2. I always say it takes 3 years to really.
Yeah, I think you're right.
I just have seen it come together that way almost every time. By year 3, that's when the magic happens. Year 1, you're learning, you're surviving,
Survived.
you're trying to figure out the program, how to get them quiet, rideable. Just, you can't get overwhelmed with all the incidentals. But
Right.
now year 2, we can start working on the details.
Working on the details, and boy, I'll tell you, especially after the last 2 times, I was so happy to get the results.
Yeah. We want to get it solved. That's our goal.
Yeah.
That's the number 1 goal.
Yeah,
The rest of it, he's a little stiff. He's got his problems up there. But he's serviceably sound.
And the other thing is, he's gotten better, hasn't he?
Yes, he has.
I mean, right now, I think his whole body's bending.
I know. Yeah, we did not have that for 9 months.
I know.
He was so stiff.
And, because Chai was always so stiff, because
Yeah.
of that quarter horse thing. Plus
He was
just-
so blocky.
He was so blocky. But I'm very conscious of the fact that this boy is.
He's
really-
actually bending around. That brings me to, let's maybe try some lateral work.
Okay.
Yeah.
want to try, which I haven't done today. Let's do a turn on the forehand first.
Okay.
I'll do them right, I'm gonna do it right in front of you, in fact, so you can really watch up close and personal. Whoa.
Just take it slow. Oh, oh, oh. Take it slow. One more rain. One more leg. One more rain. Rain and leg. Rain and leg. He's trying.
Oh,
There!
that was good.
That was it!
The last one was good.
That was good. And you know, I would be happy with that for quite some time. Given how reluctant and stiff and Maddie was with the lateral
Right,
work, be happy if you can only do it 3 steps.
okay.
For quite a while, that's good.
No, is it, he always
Scratches,
anticipates.
just talk to him.
No.
Scratches with her.
Yeah, just whoa.
Whoa.
Whoa, now
Legs
stand.
off. Legs off.
Stand. I didn't say, I said stand.
Stand.
Okay,
He can't.
now we go.
Sit a little deeper. Sit back. There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. That's right. Walk forward, walk forward, walk forward. Walk forward if he backs. Otherwise, he'll just keep, walk forward. Otherwise, he'll just keep backing when you do it.
Okay, I mean, one.
Reins are a little long for this.
Whoa.
Oh, he's trying to side pass.
Stand.
He's side passing.
Stand. Okay, stand.
Say whoa.
Whoa.
Deep breath in and out. Try to go as slow as you can. More leg, more leg. He's backing, just a little more leg.
Okay.
Breathe. Oh. Say walk. Over, over. Talk to him through the whole thing. There you go. Good boy. You're
That's.
there you go.
Okay, that's
He's
it.
trying.
Good, you're trying.
He's trying.
He's trying. Okay.
And it's hard for him to do anything slow. So that's your job, to breathe through and try to, like, creepy
No.
crawl through, because he gets so worked up.
Stand. Oh,
Make it
wait,
really
wait,
boring.
I'm doing it the wrong way.
Make it really boring.
Okay, whoa. Which way am I going? Going left? Can't remember which way this is.
Left is fine.
No,
Leg,
no.
leg, 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 leg,
Good.
leg.
No.
Oh.
Whoa.
All right, so it's a dance between the leg, hand, leg, hand, leg, hand. Do the dance. Leg, hand, leg, hand, leg, hand. Pressure, pressure. Leg, hand, leg. There you go. There. Legs off. Legs off. Legs off. Legs off. Stand. Close.
Whoa.
So I would do it to where you're good, where he does it well,
And then, oh,
and then
stop.
take the leg off and stop.
Oh, stop.
Because what
Okay.
you're practicing is rewarding him and stopping.
Okay, yeah, I
That's
didn't,
the point of good practice, basically.
I didn't understand. Oh, you
That's
said
okay.
leg off.
That's yeah, sorry.
You were trying to say stop.
I was trying to say stop.
You were trying to say stop.
Just
I-
stop when it's good and reward him. Otherwise, the skill isn't really learned, you know. He thinks he has to keep going.
Okay, I'm gonna try the lateral.
Yeah, sounds good.
he's totally getting better.
He is totally getting better. All right, let's try it the other direction.
He's totally getting better, that's what's so encouraging with him is that better.
He's really delightful.
Yeah.
His ears are forward.
Yeah.
He tries really hard. You know, he's a good boy.
He's definitely a good boy.
All right, look. Wider on the outside ring. Seat and legs first to the outside ring. Barely much flexion at all to the inside. More outside ring. You're getting it. More outside. Leg, more outside ring. Leg, more outside ring. Sit back. That's okay. We had it. There, try to get to the wall. Sit back there. That's okay. Little less inside ring. And pat him.
You're
It's
trying.
come a long way. I mean, he would only do a stride or two a month ago.
I know, and then you got frustrated.
And then you get frustrated, quit, that, yeah.
No, he's definitely trying.
All right.
Okay.
So, do you want to do a little more trotting for a couple minutes?
Sure. Yeah.
I'll give you dealer's choice.
Okay.
You can do your snowman again. You can do your 2-point on the side, or you can trot serpentines. What do you want to do?
I think I should do 2 points.
Okay. That does help, and it helps kind of stretch your hips and back. Yeah. So we'll just trot 2-point on the long side and work on transition and the turn out of the 2-point, into the posting trot.
Okay.
Low wind picking up. Okay. Little shorter ring. Try to bend your hips, stretch your back, shoulders square. When we sit up, don't let your hands come up. When we sit up tall with our body and square shoulders, keep your hands out in front of you a little bit. 2 points. Hands a little more together, more by his wither. You can hold there. You don't have to let him go off to the races. Square your shoulder, right? Step out. Your body comes up. Don't let the hands raise up so high and get stiff arms. No, change it back. Elbows wide. Yeah, that's right. 2-point again. Heels down. Stretch your heels as hard as you can. There you go. Good. Little more leg there through the transition. Make sure we're not pulling when we sit up.
Oh, that's right.
Don't pull when you sit up. This time when you sit up, you're going to put your hands down and a little leg on. Step out. Hands down. Little leg on. Then stretch your body up. Hands down. Let the hands get up too high and be pulling. Toe up, heel down. On the right especially. Good. Let's find somewhere to change direction. Watch your elbows. They're getting stiff on us again. They're locking up at your side. Get them away from your side a little and think about having a bungee arm. A little bit of a bungee arm. Sure, you can half hold or pull when you need to, but other than that, we need a give and take. On the ring, bend down, shoulders square. Put your hands down right on his neck if you want. There you go. Post without the hands coming up high. Elbows wide, core up, shoulders square. Step out. Close your fingers. You can put your hands right on his neck if you want. There you go. You can still hold some tension in the ring so he's not off to the races. Hands down, leg on, and then bring your body up. There you go. That was a little smoother. One more. You can put your hands right on his withers with a tight rein if you want. Just hold on to the reins a bit so he's not going too fast for you. Good boy. We stretch up and we can let him walk. Inside on a long rein, you can walk on a long, big stretches. He's such a good boy.
Such a good boy. He really is.
Yeah.
He said, oh, yeah. He said, I'm very lonely now. Boy, I tell you, this weather.
The weather was horrible last week.
Yesterday, when I sat in the afternoon, I thought I was going to arrive, I got too busy. But by the time I got to him, exactly, that sounds like my boy.
Yeah.
He was just bad.
Yep.
He
So
was totally.
it's spring. There's mud. I don't know.
And,
Just deal with it.
and Willet says, you know, horses have to be horses, you know.
I agree.
I agree. And, okay, good.
All right, buddy.
Yeah. Oh, stand. These are my slippery gloves, so I have to take them off.
Oh boy, bud.
Bob keeps on telling me to try to hit them.
Try to make it on the
Yeah.
ledge.
Can't seem to do that though. Okay.
Boy, Stan.
A very ungraceful bound, but on the flip side, it's easy on my knees.
Right.